Back to my disability, and last night I was having panicky. Here's Charlotte Gunn the squat. Anyways, I'm going to read this. One of the most creating challenges in popular salon services is hair coloring. It also has the potential of being one of the most lucrative areas. I have this ball that you can count the letters. Maybe we can go through that. In which stylists can choose to work. You only have to look around while you're dining at a restaurant and standing in line. Here's my hair. I did rollers in the back of it. I think it might work, or I'm going to have to curl it in the back some more. Okay. Nearly all adults and teens will color their hair. You will probably find most of your clients at some time or another will want to enhance the color of their hair and change their hair color or cover gray. Clients who have color usually visit the salon every 4 to 6 weeks. These kind of regulars you want in your client base. Why study hair coloring? Cosmetologists study and have a thorough understanding of coloring because hair coloring services provide stylists and clients with the opportunity for creative expression and artistry. Clients increasingly ask for require of excellent coloring services, hair coloring services to cover gray, to enhance their haircuts or camouflage face shape imperfections. Hair coloring products employ strong chemical ingredients to accomplish services, so being aware that these chemicals are how they work enable to safely provide services. And they're standing up, maybe in the kitchen or something. For your clients. It is important to understand the motives of people's hair colors, color to their hair. The information will help you determine which hair services are appropriate for your client. Few common reasons that hair include the following: covering up blend gray, unpigmented hair, enhance existing color, great fashion statement of self-expression, correct unwanted tones that hair cause the environmental exposure such as chlorine. I had a dream about pools last night, I think. Accentuate a particular haircut. Many people experiment with hair coloring. When a client turns to you for advice and service, you need to have a thorough understanding of hair structure and how hair coloring products affect it. As a trained professional, you will learn the shades of color most flattering on your clients, which product techniques will achieve the desired look. I didn't see anything for the letters, so that's speed bump and the scissors. Hair facts. Hair facts. The structure of the client's hair and desired results determine the hair color used. The hair structure affects the quality and ultimate success of the hair color services. Some hair coloring products may cause dramatic change in the structure of hair, while others cause relatively little change. Knowing how your products affect the hair will allow you to make the best choices for your clients. Hair color is one word, industry coined by referring to artificial hair coloring products and services. Hair color, two words, refers to the natural color. For example, you might say, client Miss Bailey, natural hair color is brown. You got the cortex, the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla in the most center. Okay. Hair structure service quickly reviewed for in-depth discussions. Hair is composed of three major components. The cuticle, in which the outermost layer of the hair complex the interior cortex layer and contributes up to 20% of the overall strength of the hair. The cortex is which in the middle of the layer and gives the hair the majority of its strength and elasticity. I think I want to make my hair like half of the side of the face and like over too. So we'll see what I'm going to do here. Okay. Where am I at? The cuticle is the most outer layer of the hair. It protects the interior cortex layer of the hair. It contributes up to 20% of overall hair strength. of the hair. The cortex, which is the middle layer, gives the hair the majority of extraneous elasticity. A healthy cortex contributes up to 80% to the overall strength of the hair. It contains natural pigment called melanin and determines the hair color. Melanin granules are scattered between the cortex like chips and chocolate chip cookies. The medulla is the innermost layer of the hair and is sometimes absent from hair and does not play a role in hair coloring process. So we can go through this, see what letter we get on. What about G? There's no G here, so forget it. And the medulla, which is the innermost layer of the hair, is sometimes absent from the hair and does not play a role in the hair coloring process. Texture. Hair texture is the diameter of individual hair strands and large, medium, and small diameter. Hair strands translate into a coarse, medium, fine hair textures, respectively. Melanin distributed differently according to texture. Melanin granules are fine and group more tightly, so the hair takes color faster and can look darker. Medium hair texture has an average reaction to hair color. Coarse texture has a larger diameter and loosely grouped melanin granules, so it could take longer to process. I'm doing my coloring chapter, and I'm trying to do it, and I can't study at home. It's too hard for me to concentrate by now. I need an environment, kind of. So I'm trying to read the coloring chapter, and I'll try to do my hair at the same time. So, density is another aspect of the hair. So there's fine textured hair, medium textured hair, and coarse textured hair. Density is another aspect that plays the role in hair color. Hair density is the number of hair per square inch. Can range from thick to thin. Density must take into account when applying hair color to ensure the proper coverage. Porosity. Porosity is the hair's ability to absorb moisture. Porosity, hair accepts color faster. The hair application on porous hair can result in cooler tone than application on less porous hair. Degrees of porosity are described below. Low porosity, the cuticle is tight, the hair is resistant, which means it's difficult for moisture or chemical surfaces to penetrate. Thus, it requires a longer processing time. Average porosity, the cuticle is slightly raised, the hair is normal, and processes an average amount of time. High porosity, the cuticle is lifted, the hair is overly porous and quickly to color and tends to fade quickly. Perm color, chemical relaxed and straightened hair will have a high degree of porosity. Test porosity. Take strands of the hair in different areas of the head, front hairline, temple, crown, and nape. Hold the strand securely in one hand and slide the thumb forefinger on the other hand from the ends to the scalp. If the hair feels smooth, the cuticle is compact and dense and hard. It has low porosity. If you can feel a slight roughness, it has an average porosity. If the hair feels very rough and dry or break, it has a high porosity. Observe wet hair and dry to see porosity. Extremely porous hair, warm color is applied. It can process more quickly and result in a deeper color. What number do I have? Let's see. N. Don't see nothing with N. Identifying the natural hair color. Wait a second. Yeah. Learn to identify the client's natural hair color and its most important step becoming a good colorist. Natural hair color ranges from black to dark brown to red, and from dark blonde to light blonde. Hair color is unique to individuals. No two people have exactly the same hair color. There are 3 types of melanin in the cortex. Melanin is the melanin that lends black and brown colors to hair. Phenylalanine is the melanin that gives blonde and red colors to hair. Mixed melanin is the combination of natural hair color that contains both phenylalanine and melanin. Contributing pigment is also known as undertone. It's a variety of degrees of warmth exposed during permanent color and lightening process. Generally, when you lighten natural color, there's this natural color, the darker the natural level. The more, that is Melody Maker. The more intense a contributing pigment. The natural color, the more intense a contributing pigment. There goes in. This must be taken into consideration before the hair selection color is made. Hair coloring modifies this pigment to create new pigment. Take one of these rollers out of my hair and see if it worked. I might be able to curl my hair at the same time I talk. And it worked. I'm so happy with myself. Didn't feel hot enough. So, anyways. Level system. Okay, here's this. 10 lightest blonde, 9 very light blonde, 8 light blonde, 7 medium blonde, 6 dark brown, 5 lightest brown, 4 light brown, 3 medium brown, 2 dark brown, 1 black. Okay. Level system is the unit of measurements to identify the lightness and the darkness of color. The level is the saturation of density or concentration of the color. The level color answers the questions of how the level color answers the questions, the following questions. How much color? The level system is the colors determine the lightest and darkest of the hair color. The hair colors are arranged from scales of 1 to 10, with being 1 the darkest and 10 the lightest, although the names of the color levels may vary among manufacturers. The important thing is to be able to identify the degrees of lightness and darkness to each level. Identifying natural level. The degrees of lightness to darkness. Identifying natural level is the first step for performing hair coloring service. You are your most valuable tool. It's color wheel. Hair color scratchbooks provide a visual representation as well. To determine the natural level, perform the following steps. Take half square inch section in the crown, hold it up to the scalp, allowing light to pass through. Okay. And then, using the natural level finder swatch and the manufacturer swatch, you will think, okay, the matches the section and place the hair against the hair. Remember, you're trying to determine the depth or lightness. Do not part or hold the hair against the darkness or lightness. Do not part or hold the hair flat against the scalp. It will give you an incorrect reading, and the hair will appear darker. Move the swatch from the hair scalp along the hair strand. Here's my hair. So, I still got a curler in there. So, but it worked out, right? And I got that. So what I'm going to do is put half my face in a curl. So maybe I can curl it while I talk. Okay. Wow, I'm blind. So I put all the rollers up the top in case I use them again. Curl each thing I have sectioned. Move the swatch from the scalp area along the hair strand. Determine the natural hair color level. Gray hair. Gray hair has lost its pigment and is normally associated with aging. Even though lost pigment increases person ages, few people ever become completely gray-haired. It looks safer to put rollers. Hold this with my mouth. Nope, I can't. Let's see what I can do here. I'll hold this at the other end of the table. Okay, but anyways. Okay. So, gray hair, that has lost its pigment and is normally associated with aging. Even though it's lost its pigment, increased its person age, few people have ever become in completely gray hair. Maybe I can go ahead and curl it since I'm doing this. Most retain a certain percentage of pigmented hair. Even when putting these up in pens, they twirled. You want to see the look of the pens? Usually you're supposed to put gel, but I'll show you the look of just the pen curls, the barrel curls I did. Is what they're called when they're like this. Some of them didn't work out, so I'll just curl them. Maybe you should make them a little thinner. Okie dokie. Anyways, let's see here. Most retain a certain percentage of pigmented hair. The gray can be solid or blended throughout the head in salt and pepper. Okay. In the hair. Gray requires special attention formatting the hair color. This will be discussed later in the chapter. Color is described as porosity of objects that depends on the light. It seems that if I would have used the barrel colors without twisting them, it would have curled a lot better. So, I'm practicing on myself. It seems like the light they reflect is perceived by the human eye as red, green, or blue, or other shades. Color theories. Thus, colors are light reflected by other objects that is perceivable. By the definition of the visible spectrum light, before you attempt applying hair colors, it is important to have a general understanding of color theory. A base color is the predominant tone of color. Once you have a better understanding of color, you will see how the hair coloring manufacturers associate the colors with color lines. So let's read the tip. Coloring tip. Available light is crucial when analyzing the hair color. When you use natural light walking outside a client, you can make an analysis if possible. Artificial light affects your perception of color. It is especially true of fluorescent light, which can distort color distractedly. Well, I almost didn't come to school. I didn't know how I was going to make it from last night, but I made it, and I'm really happy I made it. So, but anyways, okay. Law of color is a system for understanding color relationships. When combining colors, you will always get the same result from the same combination. Equal parts of red and blue are mixed together will make violet. Equal parts of blue and yellow will make green. Equal parts of red and yellow always make orange. The color wheels in figure 2.1.19 and 2.11 will understand the colors. So determining the percentage of the gray hair. Okay, you get 30% more pigment than hair. 50% even mixture of gray hair, pigmented hair. 70 to 90 more gray hair and pigmented. Most remaining pigment is located in the back of the head. 100 virtually no pigment tends to look white. Let's see if I have all these things out of my hair. If I wouldn't have twisted them so much, I could have made perfect pin curls, barrel curls. So, going on to the next page. So I only got one more curl to take out the top. So we got the carpet burn, and that's it. Primary colors are pure fundamental colors. Red, blue. Woo! I dropped it, everything. Now I remember my positions to find. See, that's the curl that I curled up there. And it has a little bit of wave to it. But if I would have curled it, like some of the curls I didn't curl back. So I'm not going to worry about that one. This is kind of how I wanted my hair. Like on one side hanging towards my face. Take a picture. Getting ready for my
Everybody's on lunch. Can you pull it back? You have to pull it back because everybody is on
How come this is not working? Oh boy.
No, pull it back. A little while.
Somebody didn't.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Teacher! Well, I guess I won't be printing off this camera. It's not working. Nothing. I just bought a new camera. Not even work. So, anyways, these are primary colors. Primary colors are pure. There's the carpet burn. Are pure fundamental colors, red, yellow, blue, that cannot be created by combining any other colors. Colors are created from these primaries. Colors with predominance blue are cool, whereas colors predominance are red or yellow are warm color. Blue is the strongest of primary color and is the only primary color in addition to coolness. Blue can bring depth or darkness to any color. Red is the medium primary color. Adding red to blue-based colors will make them appear lighter. Adding red and yellow to colors can cause them to appear darker. Wait a minute. Predominance color. Adding red and yellow, blue. Red is a primary color. Okay, I know where I'm at. Let's see. Yellow is the weakest of the primary color. When you add red to other colors or resulting colors, you will look lighter and brighter. Kind of surprised that my pen curls came out curly because of the fact that I didn't even use gel. Yellow is the primary color. You add yellow to other colors, resulting the color will look lighter and brighter. When all three primary colors is present in equal proportion, the resulting color is brown. These are primary colors. All of them mixed is brown. It's helpful to think of hair colors in the term of different combinations of primary colors. Natural brown, for example, a primary color is the following proportions: blue B, red RR, yellow YYY. Black and white can't be made by mixing primary colors. They get excluded from basic color theory. White can be used to lighten color. Black can be used to deepen color. These are secondary colors, orange, blue, and green, okay? Secondary color is obtained by mixing equal parts of two primary colors. Secondary colors are green, orange, and violet. Green is equal combination of blue and yellow. Orange is a combination of red and yellow. Violet is the equal combination of blue and red. Territory is intermediate. This is territory. It looks like yellow, green, yellow, orange, red, violet, and blue, violet, and blue, green. They're used by mixing their secondary color and its neighboring primary color and the color wheel in equal amounts. The territory colors include blue-green, blue-violet, and red-violet, red-orange, yellow-orange, and yellow-green. Natural-looking hair color is made up a combination of primary colors, secondary colors, and territory colors. Wow. And it says mix the clay and see what colors you get. Okay, complementary colors neutralize each other. When formulating a hair color, you can find it's often your goal to emphasize. I think somebody rewound my camera too much. Oh no, I just don't understand. It's not working. They sold me a dysfunctional camera. I guess I can go back to Walgreens and get another camera. Huh. Broken camera. Unbelievable. Okay. Complementary colors are primary and secondary colors are positioned directly off the color of the color wheel. Complementary colors include blue, orange, red, and green, and yellow and violet. Blue, orange, red, green, yellow, and violet. Complementary colors. This is complementary colors. Yeah, yellow, yellow, green, blue, blue, green, violet, blue, violet, red, orange, and orange, yellow. Okay, complementary colors neutralize each other when formulating hair color. You will find it's often your goal to emphasize and distract from skin tones or eye colors. You may want to neutralize or refine wanted tones in the hair color. Understanding complementary colors will help you to choose the correct tone to accomplish each color. Here's the reference guide for color correction. When hair is green, use red to balance. When hair is red, use green to balance. When hair is blue, use orange to balance. When hair is orange, use blue to balance. When hair is yellow, use violet to balance. When hair is violet, use yellow to balance. I get really confused with using these red, yellow, green, orange. So green to red, red to green, blue to orange, orange to blue, yellow to violet, violet to orange. Okay, the tone or hue and color. The tone is also known as the hue, the base of the color. The tone or the hue answers the questions of which color is based on the client's desired results. These tones can be described as warm, cool, and neutral. Warm tones can look lighter than their natural level. These tones are orange, golden, orange, red, and yellow. Some hair colors use words such as auburn, amber, copper, strawberry, and bronze, which can be a better way to discuss and describe hair color with the clients. Cool tones can look deeper than the actual level. These tones are blue, green, and violet. Some describe cool tones as smoky or ash to the client. Natural tones are worn and described as sandy or tan. Okay. Intensity refers to the strength of color. It can be described as soft, medium, or strong. Color intensity are tones that can be added to the hair color to form intensify the result. Base color is the predominant tone of color. Each color is identified by number or letter. The number indicates the level and letter indicates the tone. For example, 6G, level 6 dark blonde with G gold base. And here is when you begin selecting a formula, have a good idea what the client likes and dislikes. Select warm base colors to create brighter colors and red and gold tones. Select cooler base colors. See how many pages I have left. This is a really big chapter. I don't know if I want to do all this today. It's too much. I'll be here all day long. When selecting a formula, you might have a good idea of what tones the clients like. I'll just be here until we get the pose is done, and then I'll make more pose for the other half. Select warm base colors to create brighter colors, such as red and gold tones. Select cooler base colors to keep the color result more ash, revealing less gold in the hair. Add neutral base colors to formulate the hair colors that will soften and balance colors. Neutral base colors are often used to cover gray. Types of hair coloring. The hair coloring products generally fall into two categories. Okay, non-oxidative, oxidative. The classification: non-oxidative colors, temporary and permanent. Here's legs on the shoulders. The classification of hair color are oxidative hair color or demi-permanent, deposit only. Well, the temporary and semi-permanent is traditional. And permanent lift and deposit. All these products except temporary color require a patch test. Lighter metallic colors and natural colors are discussed in this chapter. Each of these categories has a unique chemical composition that turns, affects color.